All right, this is part 3. I have 48 minutes left on my phone. So I'll talk for 30 minutes. Someone came in my room, so I have to shut the camera off. So I'm sorry about that. So I'll talk for 30 minutes, and I'll talk for the remaining 8 minutes in my final part, obviously. Oh my god, when your book sounds interesting. Yes, I wrote a masterpiece, guys. You'll see what I mean when you read my book, obviously. For example, in The What? Yeah, I wrote a fucking masterpiece, man. See what I'm saying? So Eli, going back to Eli is the richest man in the South. So the people of Cyrus are like poor people. They live in it's like a farmland, obviously. Remember that picture I showed you in like I don't know, a couple years ago. You guys can see what I'm saying. Remember that picture I showed you that remind you of Cyrus? That you got that hill, the steps. Things I'm thinking something like that for Cyrus. It's a farmland, but it's an advanced medieval world, and that's where Papyri and Sirius are from. They are farmers. And those groups of the Syrians are poor compared to the Zanes and Safians. You see what I'm saying? Even though the Papyri and Sirius are not poor, they have a home. You know what I'm saying? You know how in Star Wars: A New Hope, Luke and Luke and his uncle and Luke and his uncle and aunt, obviously, they're what? Luke is like a farmer boy. You know what I'm saying? But compared to what? Compared to Leia, he's poor. But he's not. But he's not really poor. He has a home. It's the same thing for my book. Papyri and Sirius are farmers. They live in the farm. There's about like 800, 1,000 people living there, obviously. But compared to Tachyius and Eli and Lithium, all of them, they're poor. You see what I'm saying? But Eli is fucking rich. I don't know. Eli in today's wealth would probably be worth, I don't know. He'd probably be worth maybe 20, $30 million. You see what I'm saying? He's filthy rich. Eli has a huge house. He has a banquet hall with 100 guests, man. And that's where Tachyius and them meet Lithia. You look at an amazing chapter, volume 2. Whereas Tachyius is a prince of the north. He's fucking loaded. He has his own castle. Even though Eli has his own house, and he has like a banquet hall that seats 100 guests. Look at an amazing movie, obviously. Tachyius has his own castle, and he's a prince of Zanus. And even though Eli is really, really rich, his wealth compared to Tachyius is pretty small. It's not small, as Eli is very, very rich, but Tachyius is richer than Eli. Suetonius and Cassius, they're all filthy rich. Lithius, Tachyius half sisters, spoiled rich. Queen Sarah's rich. They're all fucking rich because they're from the royal family, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Whereas Aratet, I don't really mention anything about wealth for Aratet because Aratet is an animal. But Aratet is obviously he's a king. He has his own. Even though he doesn't have a castle, he has his like royal pavilion tent. Obviously, you see what I'm saying? He's a king too. He feasts, but I don't mention any wealth for the wolves and bats. I only mention wealth for the humans. But Aratet is a king too. He's royalty, and he feasts his royalty too. And Aratet is the king of the south, obviously. So even though Aratet rules the south, he doesn't rule the Southerns. You see what I'm saying? The Southerns know he lives in the Barak. Barak is like about a day's and a half. It's far, far away. It's about a day's and a half's journey. It's far, far. Just like, you know how in Lord of the Rings, the perfect example I can give, you know how in Lord of the Rings you have the Shire, and you have the outside world, you have Mordor and all stuff. Well, Frodo and all of them have never been to Mordor and all that stuff. And Mordor was a couple days away. It's the same situation for my book. Even though Barak is far, far away from Cyrus and then Safius, and everyone knows Aratat lives in Barak, and they know he's a double king south. They've never seen him. Just like Frodo and them have never seen the ring race and all of them until Frodo leaves obviously with the ring, and then when the hot and then Sam. You see what I'm saying? It's the same situation there. You get some similarities. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you get some similarities from. So nobody has touched the Shire for thousands of years, obviously. In Lord of the Rings, obviously, until Frodo gets the ring and Gollum tells him where the ring is. Shire Baggins and the ring waits finally head to the Shire. It's the same situation with my book, obviously. Aratet and all of them have not touched the southern lands, not until Tachyius' generation when he's born. The moment Tachyius born to the world, obviously, that's when Aratet and the wolves decide to mark the south, obviously. To mark the south. Ivan, what is the landmarks? I don't want to spoil the story for you. You'll find me. I don't want to spoil the story for you. You'll find. I mean, that's why you're looking at the best story ever told in motion picture, man. You're looking at a masterpiece that I wrote, man. I wrote a fucking masterpiece. A fucking masterpiece, man. I wrote a masterpiece. Yeah. Yeah. Well, if you can direct movies, yes, I could direct myself. But I told you I don't have experience. I'd rather hire a director who has experience, obviously. At the same time, Peter Jackson directed Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings is the best movie ever made. Look, Peter, if you can do the magic that you did for Lord of the Rings, I want you working double harder for mine. Yeah, I have no worry. Yes, I'm gonna tell Peter, please. I pay you your I don't know your $109 million check in New Zealand money. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna make I don't know your 50. You're gonna make your I don't know your 50 $55 million after taxes, which is a lot of money. I'm giving you nice perks. Please work hard for me. Yes, I know where I'll work hard for you. And because I paid him like $109 million in New Zealand money, he'll work his ass off for me. And he's getting a $50+ million check in his bank. 55 million in his check after taxes, man. 55 million direct to his bank, man. He's making a lot of money, man. And he's getting all his nice perks. Hence, he'll work harder for me, obviously. He'll work his ass off for me. He'll work harder than what he did for The Hobbit. He'll even work harder than what he could. Because in Lord of the Rings, they didn't spoil him the way I spoiled him. He got shitty food. He was plus he was a dirty slave too. You see what I'm saying here? Hence why I'm going to plan the whole thing with VJ during the 8 months. That way, me and VJ are prepped, obviously. And then Peter Jackson. That way, when I hire Peter Jackson or Mel Gibson, I am prepped and I have an idea of how. I already know how I want the beginning of my story to start. Warning: this is not for children. This movie is something like that. I don't know. This movie is based off the adaptation written by Ivan O'Mara. Some artistic license might be used. I'm saying you do something like that, and you get the title. You get this nice music. The Last Hope for Zanus. Credit. I'm not gonna have opening credits for Zanus. I think it's best I just have ending credits. You know how Lord of the Rings they don't have opening credits. I'm not gonna have opening credits for Zanus. I think it's best you just have end credits because it'll be a bit weird if you have opening credits for Zanus. It won't translate well. Just like Lord of the Rings, you didn't have any opening credits. You saw the credits at the end of each movie. I'm gonna do the same thing for Zanus. Obviously, yeah, you're looking amazing. Peter Jackson, Ivan, you wrote a masterpiece. Yes, I wrote a fucking masterpiece, man. A fucking masterpiece. Because I'm a fucking creative genius. I wrote a book better than J.R.R. Tolkien. Trust me, once you read my book, you guys will find out, I haven't wrote a book better than J.R.R. Tolkien's book. You know what I'm saying? The world building of J.R.R. Tolkien's is better, but my world building is almost as good. I have amazing world building. I have rich speech too. Remember, Ivan, I have very, very rich speech. I'm a talented creative writer, obviously, but it's not as rich as J.R.R. Tolkien's book. But I have a better story. You see what I'm saying here? I have a better story. Even Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni will be shocked. Like, holy shit, Ivan, you wrote a masterpiece. He's like, yeah, okay, John, Dave, you guys, yeah, I read it, but yes, John, I need you guys to help me. They'll be like, Ivan, you don't need our help. You can easily write your screen yourself. No, guys, I need your help. You guys wrote Mandalorian. You did an amazing job. I need your help. I need your help. I'm gonna tell John Dave, look, I don't need you guys to help me like twice a week. Help me twice a week, and the rest of the week you'll be looking at the reels and making all those business calls. Because you guys are my script developers, I want you to help me out the script a little bit. You'll be my co-writers, obviously. I can have them be my co-assistant writers because they're only going to be helping me like twice a week. Whereas Peter Jackson will be helping me throughout the whole process. He'll be co-writing the whole thing with me, man. A good like 500, 600 page script. That's been crazy. I'm gonna look, man, I want Zanus to be like a good like 11, 12-hour movie. Something crazy. That way you tell an amazing story. If you have Zanus be like 4 hours, it'll be terrible. Because you're gonna have to rush everything and it won't be good. You have to carefully pace the story. Carefully tell that story, obviously. That's why I'm paying everyone. I know what I'm doing. That's why I'm paying all the Hollywood actors on her amount of money. And I'm paying all the crew on her money. That way they work harder for me, and that way you get an unheard of movie, obviously. And I'm pouring on her money towards special effects, set building, clothing, costumes, weapons. You know what I'm saying? The extras. I'm pouring a lot of money towards food. That way I feed everyone. That way everyone works harder for me. That way you get a better movie. I know what I'm doing. Yeah, I know what you. Yes, I know what I'm doing. I know what I am doing, obviously. So imagine you have, I don't know, you have the Valley of the Blood. You have the Blood Valley, obviously. It's the bridge between the north and the south. Once you pass it takes, I don't know, hours to pass through that. It's a huge, huge valley. It takes hours to pass through that valley. From the north, once you pass that Blood Valley, you're now in the south. You have a different atmosphere, the gray sky, and that's Eretat's territory. Obviously, once you pass the south from the north, Demis for holy terrain is it's like the River Nile. You're now in what? You're now in Tachyius' territory, obviously, because Tachyius is the prince of the north, and Eretat. So the north is Tachyius' territory, obviously. He's a prince of that region, of the whole north. Holy, beautiful, obviously. And what? Well, it's Tachyius the first territory, but Tachyius is the king. But Tachyius is not king yet, but he's a prince of the south, prince of the north. You see what I'm saying here? Whereas the south is Eretat's territory. It's also Fuful's territory too. Fuful is the prince, Eretat's son, obviously. You see what I'm saying here? And Fuful and Tachyius were born on the same day in different hours. Tachyius is born on the sunset. Fuful is born on moonlight, the moonlight. So when the moonlight shines, that's when Fuful is born. The sunset, that's when Tachyius is born. Tachyius is born a couple hours before Fuful is born. And Fuful is known as the Abomination, and Tachyius is the Blessed Hope. That's really like an amazing story, man. I wrote a masterpiece. And Eretat is known as the Devil Wolf King. They call him the Devil Wolf King in the south. The Devil Wolf King. And Fuful is known as the Abomination. They call him the Abomination. Tachyius is known as what? The Prince of Zanus, the Prince of the North. Eretat calls him the human prince, that human child. That the child born 22 years ago, he mocks him. He calls him that human prince because he hates. I told you the wolves have a huge hatred for the humans. That's where you get the biblical symbolism. In the Bible, the demons all hate Jesus. They have a huge hatred for Jesus. The symbolism in Zanus. All the cursed beings in the south, they all hate. They hate the humans, obviously. It goes back to the ancestors, but they have a huge hatred for Tachyius, man. They hate Tachyius with immense passion. That's where we're looking at an amazing story I wrote. Yeah, man. You see what I'm saying? Hence why you pay the Hollywood actors chosen for Zanus a lot of money. I'm willing to pay Ariana Grande a nice $5 million for the role of Belle. I'm willing to pay Diane Minette a nice $3 million, which is good. She'll set my deal. I'll pay Andy Serkis $7 million for the role of Job. I'll pay John Boyega a nice $8.9 million for the role of Tatsuo because he's very, very major. I'll pay Avon Joje a nice $4 million for the role of Papari. The actors for Cornelius and Sirius, I'll have them be B-list actors. Pay those guys a merry salary. Pay them $3 million. Pay Cornelius $3 million. I'll pay the actor for Sirius $3 million. The actor for Queen Sarah, I'm willing to pay her a nice 8.5. Queen Sarah is pretty major, but she's not as major as Sassatonis and Cass. But because that actor's an A-list actor, a small A-lister, I'll pay her like a rich 8.5 million. I wish she works harder for you. The actor for Don Cheadle for Maramis, I'll pay him 9.5. He'll accept my deal. And the actor for Cassius, I'm paying him a rich 10.9 because Cassius is the second major character, most major character after Tachyius. Sassatonius is major too, but he's not as major as he's very, very major, but he's not as major as Cassius. Cassius is very, very major. He's a general of the Zanian army, man. And he has a lot of scenes. Sassatonius and Cassius probably have a lot of scenes. But the actor for Cassius, I'm paying him like a nice 10.9 million. Then we get an unheard of acting performance from him. Digimon Hansu, right? Pay him a nice like 10.9 million, then we get an unheard of acting performance from him. I know what I'm doing. Yeah. And Vija will be playing Lithia. She's the boss. She gets her royalties from the movie sales, obviously. And I'll be playing the role of Tachyius. I get money from the royalty sales, obviously. The actor for Tachyius the First, I'm paying him the most because Tachyius the First is a key to the whole plot, obviously. Trust me, you'll see what I mean when you read the book. He's a key to the plot. Same time, the story starts off with him. A good 50. I'm going to have a good 50 minutes of the movie will be about the life of Tachyius the First, obviously. When Tachyius is born. That's why I'm paying him a nice 12 million. He's going to walk away with a fat check, man. A nice, he's going to get a nice, I don't know, $250 plus $1,000 check every 2 weeks. Because you also have the rates, too. Don't forget that. Even though I'm paying you $12 million, you also have the rates. Obviously. But he's going to walk. I was going to walk away with a nice check, man. Obviously. right? And dude, the reason why another reason why I'm paying the actor for Takis the First the most money, because out of all the actors chosen, he is the most perfect actor for the role, as he is perfect for my father. I show you those pictures. We saw that picture. He is perfect for playing the role of my father. He has his long dreads. You know what I'm saying? He's a king of his age. Look at an amazing story. Yeah, the actor for Queen Sarah, she's perfect for my mother. She even kind of looks like me, you know what I'm saying? The actor for Takis the First, he kind of looks, yeah, I mean, I can see him as your father. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Even Peter Jackson, I'll ask Peter Jackson, hey, Peter, yeah, Ivan, I'm saying, like, all the actors I chose, yeah, Ivan, the actors you chose are all perfect. They're good. You know what I'm saying? He'll be like, Ivan, all the actors you chose are all good. Yeah, they're all good actors. The actor for Mary, she's also perfect for the role, too. Mary is a bigger woman. She's crazy and jealous. So you'll see what I mean. She's perfect for the role of Mary. The actor for Ariana Grande, right, for Belle, she's perfect for Belle. Belle is weird. And VJ is perfect for Lithia. As Lithia is beautiful. You'll see what I mean. She's beautiful and what? She is a fucking sweetheart. Hence, she's perfect. Yeah. VJ's perfect. Yeah, VJ is perfect for Lithia, obviously. And I'm perfect for Tactius. And the actor for Cassius is perfect. The actor, Digimon Su is perfect for Cassius. As he's going to play the role of my cousin. He's my cousin. He even kind of looks like me. He's dark. He kind of looks like me. Yeah, he's perfect, obviously. And the actor for Tacitonius, John Boyega, he's perfect for what? For Tacitonius, too. He'll be playing both those guys will be my cousins in the movie, obviously. And you're going to see how close we are. And I said, we're all cousins. You know what I'm saying? We're all close. Yeah, you're going to see how close me, John Boyega, and Cassius are, because we're all cousins in the movie, obviously. Because Tacitonius, Cassius, and Tactius are all cousins. They're all related to each other, obviously. You see what I'm saying? Tacitonius and Cassius are from what? They're from they're from they're of the royal line, obviously. They're of the royal line, and they're rich. They're part of the royal family. They live in the castle, obviously, but they're not the heirs. Only Tacitus, me, obviously, only Tacitus II is the heir, because he comes from Tacitus the First. Whereas Cassius comes from Furiel, who is Tacitus the First's half brother, obviously, and what? Tacitus the First's brother, obviously, and Tacitonius comes from Zeal, who is Tacitus' brother too, but they're not of the royal. They're not the heirs. They're of the royal line. They're the royal family, obviously, but they're not the heirs. You see what I'm saying here? They are not the heirs. Queen Sarah is Tacitus' mother. Anne is Tacitonius' mother, and Labia, whatever it is, she is Cassius' mother. And Cassius is a good like 20, I don't know, 22 years. Tacitus is a good like 25 plus years older than Tacitonius and Cassius. You see what I'm saying here? He's older than what? Than both those guys, obviously. Whereas Tacitonius is only like 2.5 years old than Tacitus. So out of all the cousins, Tacitus is the youngest. Tacitus is younger than Tacitonius and Cassius, obviously. You see what I'm saying? Hence why you're looking at a master's like, right, what an amazing story. Yeah. Hence why I'm going to tell Peter Jackson, look, man, okay, Peter, yeah, I see what you mean. Yes, you have a special story. Yes, I wrote a special story. I don't want you winging it and ruining my fucking special story. Hence why I want you co-writing with me, doing the concept with me. And I'm not giving him full power. I'm not giving Peter Jackson full power for the concept arts, because I'm scared if I do, he might have Eric to be a full-on CG Wolf, and he might make all these changes. Look, man, I don't want you pulling a Lord of the Rings where you cut out a bunch of characters and scenes and dialogue. I want to actually follow the book of Zanus. That way you get a good movie, obviously. And you know what I'm saying? And I have a lot of say in the concept. I'll give Peter Jackson power for the concept, obviously, and Guillermo del Toro power. Two Sorceros, I'll give them some power. Me and my wife have power too. But I'm not giving Peter Jackson full power for the consequence. You have full. You're the boss of the movie, Peter. You're my executive producer. You have full creative control for directing, obviously. But the consequence, I'm not giving you full power, as I want to have a lot of input, as I don't want anyone messing up my story, man. As I want Eric to be the devil, so I don't want him to be some PG CG wolf. I don't want him to be a full-on CGI wolf. Otherwise, the movie won't be as good. It'll be still pretty good, not bad. But if you have Eric and Feast of full-on CG characters, the movie won't be as good. Compare Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. You see a difference. Yeah, the orcs in The Hobbit look a little cheesy because it's full-on CGI orcs. Whereas the orcs in the original Lord of the Rings look so much, they're scarier, they look better. You see the difference. Yeah, I don't want that full green screen stuff. No, man. Build big sets, and you can have blue screen, green screen, but like you need to build big sets that way your world looks more natural. Rent film IMAX cameras. Do not rent digital cameras. And I don't want that digital look, that CGI look. No, I want that natural. The natural look you got for the Fellowship of the Ring. I want that look. Tell Peter Jackson, hey Peter, I want that Fellowship of the Ring look for Zanus. So I'm putting on her mind towards CGI. Amazing world building, but the world looks more natural. So think something crazy like that for Zanus. So picture a world two times, three times better, 2 times better than Avatar. Remember Avatar? You got that amazing world building. Sorry, there's noise. Remember that world of remember how you got remember when Avatar trailer first dropped, you got that amazing world building? Unheard of technology. Remember that? Yeah, Ivan, that was amazing. I remember when I saw Avatar in theaters, I was blown away. Oh my god, this is so cool. Well, think something 2, 3 times better. Than Avatar was only made for I don't know $300 million. They probably put I don't know 80 million towards that world, and I'm putting 400 million towards the world action sequences and Horror of the Wolves. Hence why you're looking at a revolutionization of technology. Peter Jackson was shocked. Yeah, Ivan, you're looking at something better than Avatar. Yes, you're looking at something better than Avatar for Zanus. That's why Peter Jackson will have a blast. He'll have that amazing feeling because I gave Peter Jackson or Mel Gibson an unlimited budget, man, to play around with. All these thousands of extras, I don't know, 50,000 extras, something crazy. Yeah, man. For the war, for the gatherings, the horse race, something crazy. Yeah. You see what I'm saying here? Yeah, that's why I know I'm looking at. If you put 200 million towards Zanus, the movie will be okay. But I can't see it being Lord of the Rings if you put 200 million towards Zanus. Because if I put 200 million towards Zanus, yeah, the movie will still be pretty good, obviously, but you won't get as good action sequences. Eretah won't be as scary. If you want to have Eretah be the devil and stuff, you have to pour unheard amount of money towards the special effects. So I'm pouring unheard money towards special effects, towards that demonic mask. Think something like that animal picture. The actor wears a mask, and they pour unheard technology towards special effects, towards that demonic mask. You see what I'm saying? You pour unheard money towards the action sequences, towards the world building. Yeah, the eagles, the eagles, the crows, the demonic crows. Yeah, hence why you're looking at an amazing story. The talking crows, the talking eagles. You're looking at something amazing. Yeah, you're looking at an amazing world that I created, obviously. And Peter Jackson built $1 billion empire for Lord of the Rings. I want him building that crazy empire for what? That amazing empire for what? For my Last of Zanus movie, obviously. And I told you, me and VJ can easily sell a bunch of merch. I can easily sell T-shirts, toys. If you do that, it becomes crazy. That's why I'm only going to sell posters and mugs. That's enough. Okay, you guys will get your nice 6 posters, and you'll get your nice Last of Zanus mugs. You know those mugs that the hobbits, the hobbits, Aragorn, and all them drank in Lord of the Rings. You can sell like nice customized mugs like that, Last of Zanus mugs. Have it come with your poster. So when the movie comes out, you can have a mug. You drink your beer. Drink your beer with the Lord of the Rings with the Last of Zanus mugs when you watch the movie. This is something top notch. I can easily sell like merch. You know what I'm saying? I can easily sell more like toys and t-shirts. It becomes crazy. Amazon will like, yeah, Ivan, you can sell that. I'm not gonna sell that. It's crazy. Mugs and posters is more than enough. Me and Vijay will make our billions. We don't. That's enough. I'm not into that crazy stuff. It's more than enough for the merch, obviously. And all the actors and crewmen and Peter Jackson, they all get a free copy of the movie, and they get a free copy of the nice 6 posters and mugs. I don't know, Peter Jackson, he gets his nice 4K Blu-ray copy in the mail. He gets his nice mugs. He gets his nice posters. The posters are going to become so sacred. He hangs his nice posters in his garage, his house. Oh my god, this is so cool. And you get the nice Last of Us mugs. I'm going to do a thing. When I get the Last of Us mugs and posters, when the movie is available for purchase, when the movie arrives in the mail in me and VJ's condo, obviously, our nice condo, I'm gonna when I buy beer when I watch the movie, I'm gonna what? I'm gonna pour beer in the mug. I'm gonna drink my beer with a nice like those nice jug mugs, those nice mugs. I'm gonna have Amazon customize the mugs. You know those mugs like that the hobbits and all them drank and all the rings. Have a mug like that, and it says like Lasso for Zanus, and you drink these nice. You have these nice ass mugs. Yeah, you can drink it with drink. Use it to drink your beer. A lot of fans around the world probably Ivan, that's so cool. Yeah, you can drink it with beer when you watch the movie. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. Yeah, man. And when Last of Us Ants when it arrives in the mail, I'm excited. I'm going to what? I'm gonna go to the store get 6 beers. I'm gonna go get like nice Wendy's for myself. A nice baconator combo and like 2 burgers. For the documentary, I'll probably order pizza for that. I might order some nice like Domino's pizza for the documentary. Get beer, order some nice Domino's pizza. Visa will probably get her sushi or something like that, or a nice Mexican rice, some of that. When the move for the movie, I'm gonna get Wendy's for myself. Everyone around the world, when the movie gets released, they're all gonna get food and beer, man. You guys are gonna order your pizza, get your beer, get your McDonald's, get your Wendy's, get your Subway, get your shawarma, get your Popeyes, United Chicken. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You might do a barbecue. You're all gonna eat food and drink your beer for my movie. Yeah, because it's something crazy. Hence, it's more money for all the companies around the world. Hence, I'm boosting the economy, obviously, which is good. I am boosting the economy, obviously. Hence why, for my red carpet, I am not going to do any private screenings like I do in Hollywood. I prefer to watch at home in my private ICU with my wife. That way, I'm more focused. As you can be this. You can get there's no a 12-hour movie. When you have all those crewmen there, you can get distracted. Obviously, you may not have as good of an experience. You will have a good experience, but you can get distracted. Even Peter Jasper, yeah, I prefer to watch it at home in my private IMAX theater with my family. Yeah, I prefer to watch the movie in the comfort of my couch at home in my private IMAX theater. I guarantee you, Peter Jackson's or Mel Gibson's are gonna build that private IMAX theater because those guys are fucking loaded, and I pay them an unheard amount of money. Yeah, Ivan, I'm gonna put $400,000 and build a private IMAX theater too. It's private IMAX theater. There's nothing better than the IMAX for the projector screens. That's why movies are gonna get an unheard of experience. I'm gonna pimp out my private IMAX theater room. I don't know, put $400,000 $1 million towards my private IMAX theater room. I'll only have it sit 2 seats for me and my wife. I'm gonna have them. I'm gonna get the big IMAX theater projector. Obviously, it costs us hundreds of thousands of dollars a projector. I'm gonna have the screen in my private IMAX room, and all you have to do is just buy your 4K Blu-ray player. You connect your HDMI player to the projector, and you put your movie in there. You can watch the movie. I guarantee a lot of actors in Hollywood, the very very rich ones, are gonna do that. Yeah, I'm gonna build my own private IMAX theater room in my basement for Ivan's movie. Yeah. And all the actors, if chosen for Zanes in Hollywood, they're all gonna put money into a theater room. Obviously, all you average people around the world are gonna put like $2,500 towards your theater room for my movie. That's something crazy. That way you get a better experience. Obviously, get a big screen TV. That way you have a good experience. Obviously, and it doesn't hurt to put a good $2,500 into nice theater speakers. That way you get a nice experience, and you also have the 4K Blu-ray. That's why you're looking at an amazing, unheard of experience for my movie, man. Something top quality. Even pretty adjustable, yeah. Even though, yeah, nothing's better than 4K. Yeah, there's nothing. 4K is the best technology for movies in terms of screening. 4K is better than 1080p once you get to theaters, man. Even though the theaters has 3D technology, it's still 1080p. Whereas my movies are all 4K Blu-ray technology, and that's better than 1080p. Hence why I'm smart. Hence why I want all my movies released only on 4K Blu-ray. It makes my company unique and top notch. Hence why you're looking at an unheard of experience for Zanus. Because you not only have that unheard of technology, I'm pimping out the IMAX cameras, the CGI technology, the world building, the music, the amazing music. You know what I'm saying? The what? The set building, unheard of world building. You also have the 4K Blu-ray effect. Hence why you're looking at like an 8K world, man. Something better than Avatar. In other words, the world building will feel so real. You know how Avatar, the world building felt so real? The world building is going to feel so real for Zanus, obviously. The action sequences are going to feel so real. Something unheard of. An epic battle war in the end, and all the action sequences, all the battle sequences in the movie, as well as you have unheard of horror like you've never seen before. A revolutionization of horror, as Aratat and the wolves and the bats and the cursed devil answer himself, they're gonna make what? They're gonna make The Exorcist, The Conjuring, you know what I'm saying, The Shining, the Ring Race and Lord of the Rings. They're gonna make them look good, man. The Witch King of Agma was fucking freaky. And yet Aratat will make that Witch King look good, man. You're looking at the walking devil himself on the big screen. It's gonna be so scary that once John Howe and all of them draw the console arts, you know what I'm saying, of Aratat and Ephesus, if once we see the pictures, Peter Jackson will be like, holy shit, Ivan, we just shook the world. This is gonna have crazy, crazy buzz, yeah. And that's just a console arts. That doesn't include that's just a console arts. That does not include the CGI technology, the updated IMAX cameras, the music, the 4K movie technology, more sound vision and sound, yeah. As well as the set building, the music, yeah, man. You're looking at the walking devil himself on the screen. I'm gonna shut my camera off here.